Hello, everyone, and welcome to TTalk101. I'm your host, Kennidi Monroe, and on this week's episode, we talk about how am I so positive? And also, we dive deep into episode 2 of Rupauls Drag Race. What do you think? Stay tuned right here on TTalk101. Hey, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful week, and if you tuned in last week, you know we dive deep in trans inclusion for uh shows like Rupauls Drag Race and why it matters that Gotmik is on there, but still we need more. We need more inclusion, like trans women, cis women, drag kings that are actually doing king stuff. So this week I want to discuss, a lot of people always ask me, especially on TikTok, because I'm really popular on TikTok because of being so positive. So a lot of people want to know, how are you so positive? Because I say my motto, you're loved, you're valid, and you're beautiful. And they want to know how I wake up every day with sometimes the world's going crazy. And I mean, look at what happened Wednesday, the flooding of the Capitol, all those kind of things. People are like, how do you wake every day and still be positive? And I have to say is that the reason I'm positive is because of the things that happened in my life when I was younger, and even when I was an adult, and how they shaped me into who I am today, and why I am the way I am has a lot to do with my past. So when I was younger, I was molested, probably around the age of 10, I think. An older boy made me do things to him. And at the time, I didn't even know what the hell that was or what I was doing. And at the time, I didn't feel like it affected me. Maybe not as much as me hitting puberty. Puberty really affected me when I was young because I grew a lot of body hair. And I was really depressed as a kid. And that bothered me a lot. When I was an adult, I was raped at the age of 18 by some stranger. And then later on, I got into sex work in my 30s, and a guy pulled a gun to my head because I wouldn't do what he wanted me to do. And then, of course, in 2014, I lost my partner to addiction. And we were also around 2011, we were homeless for almost basically a full year. We were homeless. And those times really, really, in like 2011 to 2014, I really hit rock bottom. I really hit rock bottom with myself, with my image. I'd gained so much weight. I really wasn't there. And then when my partner passed away, it was just like a cultural shock for me to now have to move on and deal with a lot of things that I wasn't ready to deal with. His parents took so much stuff away from me, in the sense that because we weren't really married and it wasn't legal at the time, I was really not allowed to have any say-so in things. I did get to keep his stuff. They didn't take stuff from me about that, and I still have his stuff. But they really just did me dirty, in the sense that I didn't get his I only got half of his remains. I don't even think I got half. And he wanted me to have everything. He didn't want his parents to have stuff. And so those kind of things really shaped me and molded me. After 2014, he passed in September. I think it was November 2014. Something like just clicked in me. I started working out. I started doing this weight loss with a trainer, and really just got motivated, and really motivated myself to really discover who I was. And in that process, I learned that I really had to love myself. I had to really find that in me, to say, you're loved, you're valid, and you're beautiful. And it's really helped me a lot. Now, trust me, there are days that I look at myself and go, oh, I feel like shit. And right now I'm in a stage where I don't like my weight, so I'm working on fixing that or doing something better. But something I learned in this whole process of discovering myself at 30 something, now I'm 40, was that I needed to find out my demons. I have, a lot of people would probably say it's daddy issues. I don't really have daddy issues. I just don't have a really good relationship with my dad. My mom was not really in my life, so my stepmom was really supportive of me. But my dad and me just really just don't get along, and we still don't to this day. And he's an addict, he's an alcoholic, and it's really hard for me to deal with. He's also, he's very racist and homophobic and so many things, and he was blessed with a kid like me. He's a Trump supporter, so I wouldn't doubt it if he was closer to DC. He would have been in DC at the Capitol building. He's that far gone into it. But yeah, I told my grandma, after my grandparents pass, I'll probably never talk to them again. And that's my decision. I feel like a lot of us trans people, we gotta get rid of those people in our lives that are negative, that don't help us. I mean, he really doesn't help me in the sense, he still calls me by my birth name, and he introduces me like that, and I look like this. And so my husband gets really mad about it. So those are the kind of things that, I had to really reflect. I had to really reflect on, is my issue stemming from my childhood with my relationship with my dad, being the oldest, being who I am, or being trans and not really knowing it, those sort of things, or is it stem from all the things that affected me? And so after my partner passed and I started discovering myself and doing self-discovery, one of the things I learned was meditation is a big key. Meditation is a wonderful thing. Even if you take 2 minutes, even a minute of meditation a day, it changes your whole focus on life. And meditation has changed me. It has really helped me. But self-validation is the key. Every time I get on TikTok, I say you're loved, you're valid, and beautiful. And a lot of people say, well, I want you to hear it back. I hear it every morning because I tell myself that every day. I wake up every day and tell myself, you're loved, you're valid, and you're beautiful in the mirror. And that is what if you want to start hearing it and feeling it, have to do the same thing. Self-love is the key. I love myself. There are things I want to change about myself right now, and that is fine. You can want to change things. You can want to lose weight. You can want to get a better job. You can want to do all these things. But right now, you have to just love yourself in the moment that you're in at that time. And you have to accept the flaws and work to change them. And so for every day, right now, I'm in a stage where I want to change some things about me physically. So I need to work on that, but I need to still have my self-love through the process. Love who I am and respect myself. So that's why I'm so positive. Positivity didn't just come overnight. I just decided one day I was not gonna be this person that's negative. I'm not gonna be depressed. I'm not gonna let what's happened to me affect me moving forward in my life. And I have to look at it like, after I lost my partner, you have to look at, you don't know when is the last time. When is the last time that you're going to be here? And that's really what I had to learn, is that you don't know when it's your time to go. And it was spontaneous that he passed away. I mean, he was in the hospital for a month, but it was just spontaneous that he had a problem and was going to die. And you just never know what tomorrow's going to bring. So you just have to wake up and know that today is going to be a good day. No matter what, you're going to make it a good day. And that's what I do. I make it a good day. I make my life a good day. And at 40, I've had some rough days. And I'm so glad that I wake up every day now and just go, hey girl, you're loved, you're valid, and you're beautiful. And don't you forget that. And I love that. So if you need some help with self-love, you can follow me on Snapchat. Kennidi Monroe, I'm going to put it up here. You can follow me on all my social media. Most all my social media except Instagram is Kennidi Monroe. Instagram is just Kennedy. Send me a DM, send me a Snapchat, whatever. I respond. And we'll get you there. We'll get you there. We'll self-love you. All those sort of things. But just remember, you're loved, you're valid, and you're beautiful. And speaking of that, I have an exclusive t-shirt out right now. T-shirt, hoodie, and mug that have a unicorn with you're loved, you're valid, and you're beautiful out right now. It says you're loved, you're valid, and you're beautiful with the unicorn. It's so cute. But it's only out for 20 days. I think it ends the 27th. So if you want to get your merch, go to my store at kennedy.store, www.kennedy.store. And we'll put it all in the description of this podcast. So this week on Rupauls Drag Race, we're going to dive right into it. I'm really excited about this season. I really like what is going on. It's really exciting and amazing. And if you haven't watched it, spoiler alert, stop this and don't watch it or don't listen to it till you've watched it. But we got to see that the tops from the lip syncs from episode 1 got together. But the people in the pork chop loading dock, they got to vote out one person, which they voted out Elliot with 2 T's. Elliot with 2 T's did not get sent home. He got sent to the tops group. And they got to sing their verses to Congratulations by RuPaul on the season. They had a choreograph, all this stuff. And I just have to say, my favorites are Simone, Olivia Lux, and Gotmik. And I'm so proud of Gotmik because, of course, last week we talked about trans inclusion and how it matters to have trans inclusion on shows like RuPaul's Drag Race. And what really hit me was that I was asking my husband during the show, was like, I wonder if people know that Gotmik is a trans male. And I was like, do they know? Do they not know? And then when he started singing his verse, to the song, which is, he just froze up because in the song it says, I was born a girl. And he hadn't talked to these people yet when he wrote the lyrics. And he just really froze up. And I think a lot of us trans people, we feel that way when we have to out ourselves. Or like this past July, I was at my new job. And it was the first time that I got in my job, because I work for Amazon, that I felt comfortable enough that because we have inclusion at our job and I don't feel scared or retaliation's going to come at me, I came out as trans in front of everybody within just a few days of knowing everybody. So I understand what I understand what Mick was going through. And it makes a lot of sense because I had that real discomfort when I came out at work that I was trans, because I was like, what are these people going to think? I know they can't do nothing to me, but it's like, I'm in a managerial job, and here I am telling everybody, hey, I'm Kennedy, and I'm trans, and I'm married to a trans man, too. And so that was really hard for me. So watching Gotmik on the show go through that, and have that feeling, it just brought me back to this past July, when I had to do the same thing, and at work. So, being trans, I want you all to know, being trans, it's hard, because it's not hard. It is hard, but when it comes to those kind of things, it's like, sometimes if we've lived for so long as trans, and then we're putting that situation where we have to out ourselves, it's like, oh crap, I have to go back to this whole thing. It's not like that when you're straight, you can just go, oh, you don't have to out yourself being straight. And that's the great blessing for you. But for Gotmik, it just really brought back those things that I've been I've been out and living as a trans woman for 20 years. So for me, it was like, I had to do it again at my job. And when I first started Amazon, for almost a full year, I never told anybody I was trans. People didn't even know I was trans. And I didn't out myself until I joined this group at work, which is Glamazon, which is for LGBTQ people and also allies. And now I'm a big part of it at my job. And that was the first time I really outed myself at work. And no one really knew I was trans up until that point. And so I get it. It's just like being trans is really crazy. And, you know, our cis counterparts don't understand sometimes that, you know, we have to go through all these things. And we have to, sometimes a lot of us have anxiety towards a lot of the things, walking out in public and being discovered or all of those things. So just know that if you know someone that's trans or you're around someone who's trans, just show them extra love when it comes to things like this. And so this week, no one got sent home on Rupauls Drag Race. I was so excited. But Olivia Love and Simone were in the top. We were top two, and they just got a lip sync for the winner, and Simone won the winning. Simone is a star, baby. She is really a star. And if you don't follow her on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, you're missing out, because she released a video this right after the episode, doing her like Clueless type thing. So it's really fun and wonderful. And I really like this season. I know that we're going to see a lot of change. We want to see a lot of change. And I'm just going to keep watching the girls. There's some girls that just rub me the wrong way. But supposedly this episode 3 is going to be all the other girls that were in Pork Chop. They're going to go through the, you know, the challenge and do a song and write it and dance and all that stuff. And maybe someone will go home. But thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of TTalk101. I'm Kennidi Monroe, of course, and I want to thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. Feel free to, wherever you listen to this podcast, to please subscribe to us. Also, leave a comment. Let people know how much you love our show. Give us a rating if it is a rating. All those sort of things. And just remember that you are loved, you're valid, and you're beautiful. And if there's something you want me to answer on one of these episodes, like I said, DM me, message me, email me. Everything is going to be in the link in my description of this episode. And just remember, I love you. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week and a wonderful weekend. Bye.